I remember most happily the way he took over the guidance program, and he rebuilt it into what it is now.
Really, while I was here, he was viewed by his colleagues, his equivalents in the other independent schools across the country as the preeminent university placement person in Canada.
I think, though, that the other thing boys have always responded to is his patience, his kindness, his sincere interest in their present interests and needs, and also in their dreams for the future.
We worked very closely together because I could turn to him for advice about the college and about programs and about directions we should go in, because he had a long history at the school.
Back in the 70s, early 80s, just about all the teachers had nicknames given to them by students. And Mr. Matthews was affectionately known as Swave Dave, or to his most intimate friends, Swavers.
That was really very, very appropriate, because immaculate is a word that I would use to describe him. Not just his dress and his grooming, which of course were impeccable, but it describes the way he thought.
People who are writing references will be asked, what are the 3 words that come to mind when you think of this person?
Only 3. 3 words.
First word would be, he was bright.
Noble, dignified, exceptional.
Trustworthy and wise.
He's the kind of person that you could go to, and a lot of people did go to him for advice and counsel, and you knew that whatever he told you, or what you told him, was locked in that vault, and there was nothing going to blow that vault open. That your conversation was absolutely being held in confidence.
There was a time when I couldn't hear for half a year. He believed in me, where others may have not. And to that, as a student, was very special, and to help me to follow my dreams.
There are a couple of things that people who have a lot of contact with Mr. Matthews might actually not suspect about him. One is that he is an addictive online shopper.
I was in charge of debating when I arrived. My immediate predecessor was David, and I'd heard, and it was confirmed by him the other day, that because David didn't drive, he had to get the team somewhere. And I guess cheese wagons didn't exist in those days, or God forbid where Mr. Matthews is going to be taking a cheese wagon anywhere. So the debating team and Mr. Matthews had a chauffeur-driven limousine take them to SAC for the Fulford Cup debating tournament.
His famous involvement in a karaoke event a number of years ago, in which Mr. Matthews and a number of highly placed administrators donned blonde wigs and sang Dancing Queen to the enjoyment of the entire assembly.
He was also a junior boarding master in Seaton's house, and Mr. Miller was in Wedd's house. And for weekend duty, what I heard they did is Mr. Miller put a sign on his door saying, "See Mr. Matthews," and Mr. Matthews put a sign on his door and "See Mr. Miller." And the 2 of them, I gather, were down at Fran's restaurant at Yonge and St. Clair doing their duty that way.
I would certainly want to thank him very much for being a very professional, outstanding and inspiring colleague, but I'd also like to thank him for being a good friend over all those years.
Thank you for believing in me.
I hope that he has a very happy and a very healthy retirement. He has certainly worked for it, and he certainly deserves it.